left and then to the right. And that stretches the muscles up the side of your back.
Yeah.
Then you do a rotational movement, which is another major movement of the spine.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one we do is extension, which is arching backwards. Now we always suggest that when you do a backward bend, it's always good to do a forward bend afterwards.
To sort of balance it out.
Yeah, because the extensions are the only movement that actually compresses structures rather than opens them.
So if you do nothing else, if you got out of bed in the correct way and stood up and did those spine stretches, that would make a big difference, would it?
You can do them while you're lying down or even while you're seated. And in fact, they say to do some of those movements while you're still in bed before you weight bed. They say the joint acts differently once it's bearing weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they reckon that one of the best places to do exercise is in the bed before you even get up.
Is it true you grow in your sleep because your back stretches out?
Hasn't worked for me so far.
Back plank.
Yes.
So that's floor exercises, yeah?
Yeah, again, if you just lay on your back, see, this is a strengthening exercise. So basically, if you just lift up and you hold it for a short period of time,
Yeah.
and then go back down again, and then back up again. If you can get to holding it for about a minute, that's engaging all the core muscles, and it's one of the best back strengthening exercises there is.
So just explain how you, because I do Pilates.
Yes.
Every Tuesday, I've got it this afternoon, and I had a bad back, and since I started doing that, I learned about your core. I have never had a problem since. But when people mention their core, how do you engage your core? How do you know what your core is?
It's the ones that stabilize you, and that's why they suggest you do it on an unstable surface. The muscles that go down the side of your body.
Okay.
There's a couple of other strengthening exercises.
The back extension, is that one?
Yeah, so if you roll over onto your stomach, and hands by your side, you just lift your head and then your shoulders off the floor, you can see the muscles on the lower back are contracting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then back onto the floor again, and then back up. And they reckon if you can do that 20 times, you've got quite good muscle tone in your back.
Oh, good.
So you come up, hold it for 10 seconds, and then you go back down and rest for 10 seconds.
And if you have got a bad back, then I would assume that you approach all of these things carefully. Don't just go rushing into something.
Different stages, and when you're in an acute phase, you don't really want to be over-challenging the back. So really, once the pain starts to settle, is a good time to introduce exercise. And the key is to introduce it gradually. So you just do one repetition, make sure there's no reaction to that.
Well, you look at the kids now. So when we were sending our